your brain is going to want to shoot back into the positions that it knows it's already good at. But to really maintain this great positioning is going to be.
Hey guys, today we're going to do a tempo goblet squat with the tempo on the concentric portion, or when you're coming back up out of the squat, to help clean that up for you.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen our goblet squat video, I'd highly encourage you to do that. This is going to be really similar to our pause on the concentric portion video of the goblet squat series. What this is going to be really good for is people who just kind of struggle to maintain their position or their tension in the muscle groups they really want to maintain tension in out of the hole. So often we focus so much on our position on the way down and what we're doing there, and we spend so much time focusing on our two end ranges, meaning what do we look like at the top and what we look like at the bottom. But so often people just think about, let's get out of the hole as fast as possible. Fire out of the hole, fire out of the hole, fire out of the hole, which is great if you're training for rate of force development. But if you're not, then that's really not that great.
Especially if you're losing good quality form, right? If it goes all into your erectors and you're loading the posterior or the back part of your spine too much because you're just trying to do it fast, then you're not using your movement as a prescriptive way to heal your body and make it last longer.
Right. When you see people doing that, they either are, or at least should have, if they were intelligent enough to think about it, laid the foundational groundwork to have that positional tolerance necessary as a prerequisite to then train for rate of force development or power output. What we need to do now is spend some serious time locking in the basic principles, such as our foot position, breathing and bracing, and spinal position on the way up, so that then we can move on to those things and pursue more specific athletic and performance-driven goals. So I'm going to have Lily do a rep here, and just know that throughout the whole thing, our main points that I just mentioned are going to stay the same. Lily's going to maintain a 360-degree breath. She's going to brace or maintain a contraction around the entire abdominal wall, and she's going to maintain staying centered right over the center of her foot with contacts underneath the big toe, pinky toe, and heel. Okay? So Lily, I want you to do a 3-centric concentric portion of this rep. You may choose whatever you want for the eccentric and bottom and top positions.
So I'm going to come up for 3.
Correct.
Okay.
Notice how Lily's not just dropping. She's still controlling and owning the whole movement. She didn't just rest at the bottom. She still owned that movement. Don't just bounce and fling. Again, that's great if you're just going from point A to point B, but if you're really trying to improve your movement patterning for movement longevity, really focus on how you're doing it. Notice how much she's wobbling here. Your brain is going to want to shoot back into the positions that it knows it's already good at, but to really maintain this great positioning is going to be extremely difficult. I can take this. That's good. One thing you'll probably notice is like those muscles that you could never really feel that well.
Like your butt.
You'll probably feel really well. I know for me, like my medial hamstrings will be something that I will avoid so quickly if I'm not focused. But when I do this with such a lower weight, those things will get fried. That being said, this may not be the best exercise to choose for your overall strength and power output if you're one of those type of athletes or trainees. But no matter what trainer you are, this exercise will at least be fantastic as an accessory movement to throw in, because it is self-limited based off the load that you can handle while maintaining those good positions. But it's a great way to work the muscles that you're really struggling with finding, recruiting, and strengthening, as well as it's a great exercise for your abdominal and core musculature, because it's going to be so difficult to maintain that good position throughout that slow tempo on the way up.
Enjoy.